Okay, so before we begin, I actually want to make sure that everybody is on the same page because I understand that some individuals that are watching this webinar are on my personal team, other individuals I've personally referred to this webinar, and then there are other individuals that are not on my team, somebody else referred you to this webinar, and then there are some of you I simply don't know where you came from, but I welcome you anyway because you are on this webinar. So, just to make sure that everything is everything and that we're all clear, straight, and on the same page, understand that I'm going to be talking about elisterpro.com. And if you do not already own elisterpro.com and you want to purchase it, get back to the person that actually referred you to this webinar and ask them for their affiliate link. Now, if I personally referred you to the webinar, then you're good to go. You can just simply go to elisterpro.com. However, for those individuals that already have eLister Pro and those individuals that are affiliates, I definitely want to make sure that they get credit for their referrals because, hey, they referred you here. So again, get back to them in the event that you decide that you want to move forward with eLister Pro and ask them for their eLister Pro affiliate link. Okay, so we got that part. All right, let's move forward.
Anybody that's ever been on any of my training webinars, one of the things that I love to do is have social engagement. So I'll ask you questions, and I'll expect for you to respond by typing something in the chat box. And I don't have things written down as far as what I want you to type. I just do everything extemporaneously, so to speak, in that I just do it in the spur of the moment. So social engagement, is very important. If you could, I would highly recommend. Well, no, I know you can, but shut down Facebook, get a pen and paper, take some notes. The other thing that I'm really, really big on, and this is, basically not just on webinars, but in a lot of things that I do, especially when it comes to business. I have a very low tolerance for negativity, and I have a very low tolerance for complainers. Just the bottom line is anybody can complain. If we all want to make excuses, we can find things to complain about. We can find things to be negative about. Well, there's too much opportunity in front of us all in order to expend energy and time doing that, which, people being negative and people complaining, that drains me. Like it literally does. That's probably like my kryptonite. So I'm just going to let you know, if you want to work with me, work with us. I expect everything to be positive. We're looking for solutions. We're not complaining about things. We're looking for solutions. So that's pretty much it. And again, have a ton of information to cover. So I'm just going to get right into it because we're already a little behind. It's Friday evening. I normally don't do webinars on Friday evenings. However, it was imperative that I do this particular webinar for a number of different reasons so that I can make sure, or try to make sure rather, that everybody is on the same page and we can just simply move forward and do what all of us intended to do, which is generate profits in our various businesses that we have. So this webinar may come from a different perspective, with regards to what you're typically used to hearing from me, but again, there's been so much going on behind the scenes that I have to literally bring all of this stuff to the fore, and I have to make sure that the air is cleared because I'm pretty sure, and again, I could be wrong because I've been wrong before, but I'm pretty sure that I've tried to make it apparent and very visible from the beginning that I have nothing to hide. I'm simply here, trying to help people. And I'll share with you, whatever needs to be shared. But for some reason, it seems as though, some people feel as, they don't feel as warm and fuzzy about me as I thought they felt. It just kind of is what it is. But I also understand that I can't please everybody. So, again, if a person is not happy with me and what I do, I would highly recommend that that person address me directly, which I have no problem with that because when they don't, that creates all kinds of stuff. So let me just get into something that I don't think I've ever had to address this before, on a webinar, but something called rumors, like literally rumors. So there used to be a song, "How Do Rumors Get Started?" Started by the Desert People. Let me ask this question. Who actually remembers that song, Rumors? How those rumors get started? who remembers that Club Nouveau song, Rumors? Again, whatever I do, I'm going to absolutely have fun with it because that's just the type of person I am. So some of you remember that particular song. All right, so rumors actually get started. They get started by people that don't have all the facts. That's it, bottom line. People make assumptions. People make, you know, false statements, etc., etc. And it's sad because, again, I'm an open book. If you know me, I'm an open book. I'll communicate with you. I'll answer your questions on Facebook. I'll get on the phone with you. I strongly believe in communication. Communication is one of the top priorities in being successful in anything, especially when you're working with other people. Communicate, communicate, communicate. I spent years in corporate America and seen many companies that didn't communicate things with us, and they left us in the dark. I don't like to be left in the dark. I don't like to leave other people in the dark. So what happens is when people, you know, come out with all these rumors, it basically undermines Elister Pro, or they try to undermine Elister Pro. It underlines us as the owners, and then, you know, it underlines, because I take this personally, you know, I'm one of the owners of Elister Pro. Then it also, let's see, the owners, and then it also undermines, you know, the community. And again, this is negative. I don't have time to deal with this stuff. When this stuff happens, which I don't even put it out there on Facebook, but when it happens behind the scenes. I have to literally spend hours addressing this stuff. Hours. So let me just share a few things with everyone. You know, again, so that way we're on the same page. Never, and I repeat, never has it been my intention to come out on any training webinar that I've done and teach elite or high-level secrets or strategies in the company that most people know that we're a part of. Now, why someone would go back to the company owner and say that, you know, Jacques teaching this and Jacques teaching that, and, you know, that perturbs me and I'm a little upset with Mr. Morris, I don't know. But understand this, that if you report things back to the company owner is going to come to me or somebody around me with it. It's going to get back to me. I'm going to address it. So, again, I've addressed it with the company owner. So now I'm going to address it with on a webinar with the community, because I'm an open book. I don't have anything to hide. We don't have anything to hide. So before you go say something negative to the company owner, make sure that you have your facts straight. Again, if I taught something that wasn't supposed to be taught, I humbly apologize. I made a mistake. That, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll talk about it a little bit more later, is why I took the dropship mogul training down, and I'm going to edit it. I'm going to go back through it with a fine-tooth comb and edit it, because, you know, again, somebody versus coming to me directly chose to go back to the company owner. Another thing, if you don't know what feature we're about to bring out and how that particular feature works inside of Elister Pro, don't go back to the company owner and say that Jacques is about to come out with a feature that you taught us how to do, and I'm a little upset about that. Because, again, the company owner is going to come to me. What we just recently came out with in Elister Pro, copy protection, has nothing to do with anything I don't think anybody has ever been taught. That suggestion was brought to us by a community member. Shout outs to Mr. Matthew Miller, Austin, Texas, I believe. Thank you for that suggestion, buddy. And we got it. We're rocking with it. So, again, if you're going to go report something, go report the good that Jacques is doing. Go report about the value. Go report about the 2 to 3 webinars and training that he's doing each week. Go report the time that he's taking away from his family in order to help you progress your business forward. Don't go reporting stuff that you don't have all the facts and the details on. It just makes no sense. And again, I really hate to have to address this because I've never did this on a webinar before. But when I get messages from the company owner and then I have to spend time putting out all these fires, it's frustrating. I mean, granted, I'm not a quitter, never have been a quitter. I'm a fighter. I'm one that perseveres. I'll continue to persevere, will continue to persevere. I will continue to help people because anybody that knows me, you've been on my webinars or you've worked with me, you know that I come from a genuine position of trying to help people. We're all in business, ladies and gentlemen. We're all trying to make and generate profits. Business is business. But at the same time, let's be more caring, about one another. I mean, literally, I'm a person just like everybody else. So I don't like all this stuff being thrown at me, but again, I'll deal with it because I'm a big boy. And just for the record, even though I'm a company owner, Jacques didn't create Elister Pro. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a tech guy. I guess because everybody sees my face all the time, it's just very, very easy to associate everything with Elister Pro with Jacques. But there's actually 3 of us, Devin Bellman and Michael Reyes and myself. Now, hopefully, again, and I don't know if I stepped on anybody's toes, but, hey, I've had bricks thrown at me, rocks thrown at me, and all this other kind of stuff. So, it is what it is. If I step on some toes, again, I apologize. But I have to be straightforward because I want everybody to understand I have nothing and will ever have anything to hide. Now, we're going to get, let's see here. Okay. Let me tell you about Elister Pro. Let me just tell you about Elister Pro. The story of Elister Pro. Okay, for those that don't know, here's how Elister Pro came about. Me and my sponsor, my business partner, Michael Reyes, we've been working together for 2 years, well before our current company. And in doing drop shipping, we were just basically like, hey, how can we max out our listings and not spend all day in front of the computer? That was basically the question that we had. Mike had an idea. Mike sent it over to me. I said, well, hey, man, I'm not a tech guy. I don't really understand this stuff, but I do understand what you're talking about. That idea got developed a little bit further. I tried the idea out. It worked. I was blown away. Now, we easily could have just kept it to ourselves, could have maxed out our listings, had all these listings, made all this money, and then just bragged all over Facebook about how much money we're making, and then have everybody inboxing us saying, hey, what are you guys doing? Oh, nothing. We're just listening. We easily could have done that. But instead, I saw the bigger picture, not just the picture with regards to the people that we help, that are on our teams, et cetera, et cetera. There are 6 million sellers on eBay, 6 million with an M. That's the bigger picture. E-commerce is continuing to grow by millions of individuals each year. That's the bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody is looking for an alternate way to well, not everybody, but most people are looking for an alternate way to generate additional income. It was an idea. It was a vision. They were combined together, and so you have Elister Pro, and again, we're thankful to each and every one of you that are a part of our community, are literally the first ones that not only get to come into the community and use Elister Pro, but you get to help us build it. You get to help us evolve and advance Elister Pro. That's why we're so open to the feedback from our community members, because we want it to be the gold standard, the top of the top. That's it. It was never, all this other stuff that I'm hearing. But anyway, so let's see here. Okay, all right. So let me just stay on point here. So that's the story. Let me just address this other rumor real quick. There's a rumor going around that Elister Pro uses white keywords. Anybody that was on the October the 15th webinar know that I came out and I taught white keywords. Okay, cool. I taught that. Didn't know what eBay's policy was. Now I do know what eBay's policy is. If you were on the Q&A session last night, you heard me state, eBay policy says, do not put unrelated keywords in your listings and change them in white in an effort to push more views and traffic to your listings. That's what the policy states. So because there's this discrepancy regarding people's reading and comprehension, because I plainly see what it says in black and white, but again, other people understand the black and white words a different way. So because there's that discrepancy, I'm saying I don't teach that anymore, and I probably wouldn't even recommend that you do it because there's this discrepancy. So use any color you want: red, green, yellow, purple, gold, whatever. eLister Pro does not use white keywords unless you choose to make the keywords white yourself. I want to make that very, very clear. The words are in light black. We've checked with eBay, and we have documentation from them that that is okay. So that rumor, dispelled. We don't use white keywords. The other rumor, Cassini search. Cassini search is this algorithm or this change that eBay made within their system that says you can't use a lot of HTML at the top of your listings, because if you do, it's going to get your listings deranked in the searches on eBay. Now, I've heard some of you complain about the amount of viewers, the amount of watchers, etc., etc., etc. Here's the deal. If when you do a listing with eLister Pro, if you have more than one view, that should tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Your items have not been deranked. Cassini does not affect eLister Pro. eLister Pro does not have anything to do with Cassini search. I've made sales. Tons of our community members have made sales. So when I hear rumors saying don't use eLister Pro because it's going to get your account shut down, guess what? Number one, we have not got one account shut down. Number two, to my knowledge, even going all the way back to last summer on white keywords, eBay has not sent anyone that I'm aware of any type of communication saying that, hey, you need to change those white keywords. And again, I personally use white keywords ever since last summer. Here's what I do know about eBay. If there is something wrong with your listings or you're doing something wrong, eBay does not just come in and arbitrarily shut your account down unless you are below standard. If there's something wrong, they will give you the opportunity to correct it. Why? Because when you make money, eBay makes money. People, think for yourselves. Think. We're not robots. Just think. eBay is a business. You are running a business. You scratch eBay back, they're going to rub your back. That's the bottom line. If something is wrong, eBay is going to let you know. They're not going to come and shut your account down. Now, I'm not going to get into all the other things that people have got email notifications on because, again, I'm not trying to throw salt. I'm not trying to throw rocks. I'm trying to make sure that people are informed, that you're educated, and that you think from a logical perspective. I've been in business for years. Not e-commerce, but I've been in business for years. I've dealt with customer service for years. I'm not just somebody that just popped up out of the blue and said, hey, you know, do this and do that. I personally use eLister Pro. Michael Reyes personally uses eLister Pro. We have listings up. We haven't had any issues. So there's no need for anybody to get there all in a wad and like, oh, it's going to get my account shut down. We have a community on Facebook, eLister Pro, over 400 people. Nobody has said anything about eBay saying, oh, man, they're shutting down my account. People, the sky is not falling. It's still blue. Man, cool. Let's rock and roll. All right. As far as technology and everything, you know, think about it, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you are happy that you have cable, you know, high-speed internet versus dial-up? One of the best analogies that I've heard about eLister Pro is it's like having high-speed internet versus dial-up, and it just is what it is. So understand that as technology and things, you know, progresses, that there's going to be things that eLister Pro may be able to do that, again, people may not like, they may not understand. But trust me when I tell you, we don't make a move with eLister Pro unless it is cleared up with eBay first, because our accounts are on the line. All right. Now, brand awareness. We're gonna have some fun. Brand awareness. People are learning about eLister Pro. Like eLister Pro is on the map. People are hearing about eLister Pro. They're joining eLister Pro. They're coming into the community every day. Anybody that knows anything about the internet and the popularity of websites, you have heard of Alexa.com. So if you go to Alexa.com, and again, you know, we don't profess to be the biggest, the baddest, or anything like that because we've literally been out just a little over a month, and we have not have. Let me say this: eLister Pro is still in pre-launch. We haven't even launched eLister Pro. This is pre-launch. You know, we did a beta test, and now this is like pre-launch, and we're still not even marketing it. So, out of gazillions, and when I say gazillions, I mean more than a few million websites, eLister Pro is currently ranked 54,000 in the United States. On a global rank, we're, you know, a little bit under 500,000. So Alexa is aware of eLister Pro. On eLister Pro, a person spends an average of about 10 minutes on there, you know, and they go through about 4.4 page views. So here, you know, you can see our demographics. The vast majority of visitors are from the United States, followed up, you know, by the United Kingdom. Again, anybody can go through this information. So these are some of the sites that people are on before they come to eLister Pro. They're on Google, they're on Amazon, they're on eBay, they're on Facebook, they're on DS Domination. And then these are the sites that are linking in. Again, we're so young, very, very, very young, definitely in our infancy. But again, I wanted to just put it out there and just show you, ladies and gentlemen, that the name eLister Pro is getting out into the community. It's getting out into the marketplace. And even though this is not a biz op and people have the opportunity to be affiliates, you know, if you know anything about a trend or things that are going to become popular, if you can get in front of that, you know, it can pay huge, huge, huge dividends for you. But again, I'll get into that later. So stories. I made mention earlier that we have tons of stories. We have documentation. We'll be sharing all of that, you know, later. But for right now, you know, we're just basically keeping a lid on things and just letting things grow, you know, slowly but surely. We're not in any type of a rush or anything like that. Now, real briefly, I just want to say that, you know, as this community grows, there becomes time constraints. You know, as an owner, and all three of us, we only have a certain amount of time in a day. Many of you know I've personally responded to any and all of your messages, you know, inbox requests, etc., etc. I love helping people. But here's what I want to say. I can't sit on Facebook and answer questions all day, because if I do, then my business is going to suffer on a number of different levels. If you have a concern about eLister Pro, you know, on whatever level it is, just log into the back office, click on submit a ticket. You know, you click that button there, and here's a nice little form that's been set up for you. Tell us what the issue is. Tell us what the concern is. We're going to do our best to resolve it quickly. Now, anybody that has dealt with our customer service on any level, how would you rate our customer service right now on eLister Pro? Between a 1 and a 10. Again, I don't know what you're going to say. I just want to get your feedback, because we're obviously looking for ways to improve. There's only 3 of us, but, you know, again, how would you personally rate our customer service? Okay, I'm seeing 10, I'm seeing 11, I'm seeing 15, I'm seeing A+, 10, 10, 10. Okay, cool, very well. You can quit typing. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we're trying, but we're just 3 people, and we have lives, wives, families, and, you know, all that other good stuff. But we want to make sure that you're taken care of. So moving forward, again, either submit a ticket there, or let me see here. Let me just type in customer support. Or you can always send an email to admin@elisterpro.com. Whatever it is, whatever it is, you can send whatever there. You can send whatever there. So let's move on here. And I was going to say too, because like not everybody on here is on my personal team or on the personal team of somebody that I know if there are like eBay specific questions, please, please, please revert back to your sponsor. That's what your sponsor is there for. Like, revert back to your sponsor. That's, if you pay every month, then that's, you're paying them. They get paid. eBay specific questions, cool. Get back with your sponsor. Just ask them. Now, something else, in an effort to help us out, and we've recognized a few individuals in the group already, but we're looking for individuals that may want to step up and assist us, as far as leadership roles within the eLister Pro community. And obviously, we're looking for positive attitudes. We're looking for individuals that use the tool. We're looking for people that, you don't have to be online 24/7, but just willing to help out in the community as far as approving people to come into the community, approving, posts that are coming into the community, and just overall being willing to help. So we're looking for like 2 to 3 admins, and again, only 2 to 3. I don't want anybody to take it personal if you're not selected or anything like that. Again, it's nothing personal. Just looking to not put ourselves in a position where we're handling every single thing. And as an admin, we're definitely going to look out for you and do something special for you. I don't know what, but just rest assured that we're not just looking to work people to the bone and not reward them. So if you think, and again, think about this seriously. If you think you would enjoy being an admin in the eLister Pro community, I'd like for you to send an email to admin@elisterpro.com and tell us why you feel as though you would, number one, like to be an admin in the community. Number two, why you feel like you really qualify. Because again, we don't want everybody. Like this is not for everybody. This comes with a responsibility. It really, really does. And just from what I've seen in the group, I feel like there are certain individuals that have already stepped into this role. But I want to give everybody the opportunity, if they feel like they want to be an admin, to send us an email. Let us know why you want to be an admin, and then we're going to make some selections really, really soon. Because again, the bottom line is we need some help, and I'm sure as the eLister Pro community grows, we will have more admins. But again, we're growing. We're trying to do this right and grow it progressively. Okay, so let's see here. Already covered that. Let's talk about the future of eLister Pro. Let's talk about the future. Okay, so future. All right, so everybody should have seen that we created a new tab in the back office. It's the affiliate tab. I probably timed out. All right, it's this tab right here. So anytime you refer somebody or anytime you log into the back office, again, you can click on this particular tab. It tells you how to register as an eLister Pro affiliate. Now, let me clear something up. eLister Pro, you don't have to pay to be an affiliate. This product is set up on JVZoo. As an affiliate, if you choose, again, it's just by matter of choice to refer other individuals, you can be compensated a 50% commission. eLister Pro is not a biz-op in the biz-op sense of the word. However, you can generate income if you make referrals. Even if you don't have eLister Pro, a person can sign up as an eLister Pro affiliate because the product is registered on JVZoo. So wanted to put that out there. So that's there. Let me click on eLister Pro itself. Let's see here. Okay, I'll have to go to Amazon and pull up a listing so I can demonstrate this next part. But and I'll actually show it live here in a minute. Let me see. Let me just type in a word. Betting. Let's type in betting. So one of the things, as a person that does drop shipping on eBay, is anybody can literally come along and copy your description and find your products, etc., etc. Like anybody can do that. So again, one of our community members, one of our community members was kind enough to share something with us, and we were able to implement it into eLister Pro. So again, not just trying to get to this really quick. So here, like right up under the quantity font color, if you click that button, copy protection, what's going to happen, and I'll demonstrate this a little bit later, nobody will be able to copy, they won't be able to put the cursor over and like highlight or copy your description and search it on Google. So this is a really, really, really cool feature. I had seen it before, but again, I'm not a tech guy. I didn't even endeavor to try to find out how it worked. When we first put this in, it caused some issues as far as coding and programming. So, you know, eLister Pro was down for a minute, but, you know, the programmers and myself, we got on the phone. We were on the phone about an hour and a half, got the issue resolved. So this is, again, something that, you know, can basically protect your listings on eBay, and you don't have to be a rocket scientist in order to click this little button and use copy protection. You know, it just kind of, it's just cool. It's there. Many of you already know, you know, you can show in-stock quantity, you can put a YouTube video in, but, you know, here's the bottom line. Your standard, well, I didn't put it here, but if I had put the keywords in here, they would be down here. And as you can see them. You know, they're not hidden. They are seen. They're not in white. So I just want to make sure that, you know, there's no discrepancy there. All right. So as far as the future of eLister Pro, there are new features on the drawing board. There are new suppliers on the drawing board, and there are some new templates on the drawing board. Now, potentially, again, just potentially, I can't say this for sure because, you know, all this stuff has to, a good majority of this stuff has to, well, the more complex stuff has to go through eBay. So potentially there's going to be a premium version of eLister Pro. And again, we don't know what's all going to be in there. We don't know the price point. We don't know any of that. We just have to, it has to be built first before it can be introduced. If, and I just say if and when premium comes, this premium is going to like blow you away. Like if you think eLister Pro is good now, eLister Pro is going to be out of sight when premium is introduced. And I want you to understand that premium will not be introduced if it is not compliant with eBay. In order for premium to even be introduced, what happens is the programmers have to fill out a long application with eBay. Then they have to submit all the coding as far as what our website is and what our website does, or as far as the tool, eLister Pro itself. Then eBay's people, I'm just going to call them people because I don't know who they are, they go through the web pages of eLister Pro, they go through the tool, they test out the functionality of the tool, and they sign off on it. So again, if this premium comes to fruition, it's going to be out of sight, ladies and gentlemen. So in the background, again, we're working on a number of different things as far as eLister Pro is concerned. However, we don't like to come out and say, hey guys, you know, we're working on this, we're working on that, because then everybody's like, hey, when is it coming? When is it coming? When is it coming? When is it coming? And again, trust me, we're going to try to get it, you know, as soon as possible. So that is that. Potential, and I'll just say potential, you know, official launch date. Potentially sometime in February, but again, that's going to be contingent on a number of different factors. So I just wanted to put it out there, potentially, you know, somewhere mid-February, perhaps even as late as early March. But when we do officially launch, we are going to let everybody know. Like, we're going to let you know. Something that we have going on right now, and I know I'm jumping all over the place a little bit here, but anyway, it just popped in my mind, so let me just go ahead and show you. So inside the eLister Pro group here, there is, and I can actually unpin this right now, seeing as though unpin post. All right, so you know what? I think maybe I can do that. Okay. All right. So welcome, Fred Hurt, to eLister Pro community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go down here. And we have a video contest going on right now. And I'm actually going to pin the post, but I would appreciate it. Here it is right here. So I'll be pinning this post. Let me see if it'll let me pin it. Okay. All right. So Okay, cool. Here it is. It's at the very top. Video contest. So we had 11 individuals that submitted videos. Well, we may have had a few more, but these are our 11 finalists in our video contest. So the directions or instructions, if you will, are right here. Please read this and please participate, because the video contest, is going to end next week. So, we're real happy and proud of those that did the videos, and the winner gets a free month of Elister Pro. Now, here's the cool thing. When we actually launch Elister Pro, we're going to have some other contests and things. Hold on. Let me turn Facebook off. All right. So when we actually launch Elister Pro, we're going to have some contests and, other exciting things going on, because again, we're super excited about this, about Elister Pro. We're going to give away a free 1-year membership to Elister Pro, and then we're probably also going to give away a 6-month membership to Elister Pro, and we're going to give away some other things. So again, a lot of things on the drawing table, if you will, and everything is being done one day at a time. And I just wanted to, just give everybody a feel for what's going on behind the scenes, because we don't communicate everything, but we're willing to communicate anything, I guess, if that makes sense. All right, so here's something I wanted to cover. Do you know how to get the most out of Elister Pro? Like, do you really understand how to use this awesome tool? Now, this is what I want you to understand. Okay, anybody that's drop shipping, and you have to get this, there's only a certain percentage of all items that you list that are ever going to sell. Now, myself personally, what I've experienced is about 15 to 20% of the items that I list on eBay that actually sell. Now, the highest that I've ever heard is 40%. That's the highest I've ever heard. I don't know what other people's percentages are, but I will say this. When you understand what your percentage is, then you will really understand how to reach your income level. Let me repeat that. When you understand what your percentage of items is on eBay that sell, then you'll understand how to reach your income, how to reach the income level that you want, or the income potential, because it's all just numbers. Now, if it's all about numbers and you have Elister Pro, well then why don't you just use it to stack the odds in your favor? That's it. If all of your listings are not going to sell, and only a certain percentage of them are, use Elister Pro. Get the most out of it. Stack the odds in your favor. Max out your listings. Call eBay every 30 days. Hey, I need to list some more. Now you don't have to say, hey, I got this great Elister Pro tool and I'm just like maxing listings out, left and right. But call them. Get your limits raised. Reach your income goals, because it's there. It's all numbers. It's just numbers. Stack the odds in your favor. Now, I'll tell you something else, and this was news to me. One of our members, and again, I communicate with our members, is already using Elister Pro, even though we don't have other suppliers set up inside of Elister Pro. Excuse me. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. As far as getting the most out of Elister Pro, let me just say this. Let me say talk or communicate with other members. Now, again, I'm not going to throw out any names or anything like that, but here's what I'll say. We have one member, I know for a fact, maybe we have others, and I'm still learning about Elister Pro myself, like the different things that can and can't be done. Even though there are not other suppliers in Elister Pro right now, you still can use other suppliers to do your listings with Elister Pro. Now, how you do that and the technical aspect of it or whatever, I probably have, or I may have, I don't know, I'll have to get with Mike. We may have a video training on how you can do that. But again, this is something that I learned from one of our members. So I want to encourage you, again, if you want to get the most out of eLister Pro, talking to communicate with other members. I've heard, oh man, I tell you, I've heard some phenomenal stories, as far as things that are going on and the way people are using eLister Pro. And I'm just like, wow, just totally blown away. And it goes with the saying that those people that take the initiative and those that just go out there and take action, they typically are the ones that are most successful. They're the ones that produce results. Now, this is a biggie here, marketing. Marketing eLister Pro. And actually, before I get into marketing it, let me do a real live example. So I have here some listings that I pulled up that I used or that I did eLister Pro with on a training webinar. And I think this was the webinar where somebody's like, hey, Josh teaching elite secrets. Let me go tell the company owner. Let me get Josh in trouble. But anyway, so I'm going to do another training webinar. It's probably going to be in 2 or 3 weeks, and I don't know, it'll be on a Saturday or Sunday because, they take a while. But I'm literally going to allow people to come in again and watch me do eBay listings using eLister Pro for a minimum of 60 minutes. And what I do when I do that is I talk out loud, I think out loud, so you can just really get into the mindset as far as how I personally view things. So all of these were done with eLister Pro. As you can see, 24 views, 13 views, 24 views, 12 views, 1 watcher, 18 views, 1 watcher. Hopefully nobody went and listed these items. I strongly recommend it that you didn't. Just trying to do a little case study here. But again, I hope that the myth is debunked. No, eLister Pro doesn't make you have less views. No, eLister Pro doesn't take away from your watchers. No, eLister Pro, isn't affected by the Cassini search. If that were true, ladies and gentlemen, none of these items right here would have views or watchers. Now I'm going to take this one step further and then we're going to demo this here. For anybody that's been using eLister Pro, you know how eLister Pro listings look. They look clean. They look professional. Guess what this is? This is an eLister Pro listing. There are keywords. Now here on this one, the keywords were in light gray. We had them in light gray. But again, there's a gray cloud. There's an issue. People want to say whatever. So it was like, okay, cool. Let's switch it to light black. Whatever needs to be done to be compliant and make people happy, let's make them happy. Don't worry, be happy. Happy. This item, I seriously doubt that it would have sold if it were affected by Cassini and some of these other myth monsters out there. I'm just saying, I don't know everything, but I do know that I use this tool myself and I get results. So let's go list something. All right, so let's see here. All right, we already have eLister. Oh, okay. Better yet, let me just show you real quick how to do a listing because I was doing all these listings earlier, and here's something real cool that I noticed. So hopefully everybody can pick up this little strategy that I developed here. Let's see. Let me open up Amazon, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this backwards. Because again, people saying, "Oh, dropped it. Oh, he's teaching elite strategies." Okay, so let's copy the title over here on Amazon. Hopefully, this isn't it. All right, I'm going to stop. Let me stop. Okay, so all right, let's see if we can find this particular item here on eBay. Let's just see if we can find it or something even similar. Okay, there it is right there. So it's what, $38.59 or best offer. It's what, 35 here. Okay, so definitely an item I would list. So let me just show you. Like typically I'll have 2 eBay screens open. I'll have eLister Pro open. I'll have titlebuilder.com open. All right, so let's go here. Let me just click on this one. Doesn't matter which one I click on, but I just want to show you this. So what I'll do is the second eBay, this is the eBay that I search in, and this one here is the one that I list in. I don't know what system works for you. I really don't. But find a system, stick to your system, refine your system as far as your process. Do the same thing every single time when you're doing your listings, because like eLister Pro, it'll already help you get faster. But if you do the same thing Same way, every single time, your speed is going to pick up. Yeah, your speed is going to pick up. All right, so sell now. All right, so let's take out this particular title, which was their title, and let's come over here. Let's grab the URL. Well, I already grabbed the URL for this item, didn't I? Ah, Shock, come on, dude. Let me see here. Okay, so let me just start the process over. So I'll grab the URL for this particular item. And again, just pay close attention to this. All right, so I'll put it in there, and it'll say pull product info. All right, so it pulled up the product info. Now, again, if you've been on my training, hey, that's 35 bucks. I'm not selling that. That right there, I'm going to sell it for 77, somewhere between 77 and 97. But I would do like a best offer. I'd be like 77, and then the lowest I'll accept, if I just want to make a couple bucks, I'd put it at 47 or something like that. But, okay, so we put that in Elister Pro, right? So this pulls over the Amazon title. So here's what I do. Kingland, I'm not going to put that in. White down alternative comforter, duet, insert full queen. So this is a white down alternative comforter. Okay, hold on. Let me see here. All right, white down alternative comforter, something like that. So I'll just take those little keywords right there, since that's part of the title over on Amazon. I'll pop them into Title Builder. I'll hit enter. Ba-bing, voila. Okay, it gives me all these keywords here. So what I immediately do, or what I was doing today, I just grab all these keywords, I take them, and I come over here and I pop them in here in this little section. So there are some keywords that sometimes may not be relevant to the listing, or keywords that you may not need. So like all 100, I don't really need those. But what I noticed was that, okay, cool, I can just go over there, get those keywords, pop them back in here, and then I can just start building my title right here. I could say white comforter. Wait, hold on. Let's see. This is all right. White goose down comforter. I don't know if it was king or queen, but I could put cotton, solid, thread, reversible, insert, queen, and maybe it comes in king, queen and king. Not really sure, but and then maybe 100 count. Yeah, because that's sometimes that's a word, or you can use another word. So right there, I just built the title, and you see it says 0 characters left. Cool. All right, so here, it says one comfortable, one comforter, rather. I'll take this out. I'll just say soft and luxurious plus down alternative comfort. Okay, so instead of that, I would just copy this little portion here. And again, you can do this either way you want, but I'll just say white goose down comforter is soft and luxurious. Is soft and luxurious. All right, wait. White goose comforter is soft and luxurious. Soft and luxurious. I'm trying to think. Soft and luxurious. And okay, I'm just gonna make up something here real quick. This sentence doesn't make sense, but anyway. All right, and okay, here we go. Let me do this. I'll do it this way. Soft and luxurious. No, I know what I'll do. Okay, here we go. This is the way that I would do. All right, versus saying soft, excuse me, and luxurious. Soft and luxurious. Soft and luxurious, and guarantee to keep you warm at night. I'll speak to the senses. I'll speak to a person's feelings. Hey, people want to be warm, right? That's why they want a white goose down comforter. But again, just something like that. Excuse me. So I take that little portion out, and then I'd leave that, and I this here, I don't know. I'd take that out. Whatever. Machine washable. Cause see, some of that is repeated right here. Color. All right. White. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and submit details. Now, I'm not going to get into any of the templates or anything like that. As you can see here, keywords down at the bottom, relevant keywords. There, you can see them. So copy protection. Let's click this little button, right? All right, and then we are going to say submit details. Okay, so there's my title. I just literally click on this box. It automatically highlights. So I come over here, or I right-click, copy, come here, and I put my title in there. And then, let me see here. I'll get a picture in just a second. So, this material here, the model number, the MPN, I would take that information out. I would come here, click on HTML, put my cursor in the box, come back here to Elister Pro, just click in the box, it automatically highlights it for you. I copy, I come over here, and right click, put it in there, click on standard. All right, there it is, it's set up. So let's go here. I'll just grab a picture real quick. I use, come on. All right, there we go. There's Jing. Now, for anybody that has questions on how to use Jing, you just click on it, and you see these numbers right here, 1366 by 67. So you just drag it, and now my image is 826 by 547. Now, eBay will send you a message if your image is too small. Your image needs to be 500 by 500 or larger. So it can be super huge. Here's the numbers, 835 by 559. I don't try to make it 500 by 500. Like, I don't have time. That's too, that's just doing too much. It's too technical. All right, so white goose down comforter. All right, so save it, and all right, we'll put it there, and we'll come over here. Let's go ahead and just put the image in. All right, close this. All right, select photos. There it is. Open. Cool. We're finished. All right, and what was the price? What was the price? The price 35. Okay, so we'll list it at 77. All right, and we'll just come out here and put 77. It looks really nice. I probably would even go 97. I hate when that skips back up like that. All right, so let's just say 97, but then we'll accept the best offer. We'll accept the best offer of a minimum of 77. It's not a bad profit for an item that's 35 bucks and free shipping, right? Right. All right, so scroll down here. Return policy, again, it can be 14 days, it can be 30, just depending on what you want to do, 30. Again, that listing is done. It's done. So let's go ahead and make it live because I want you to see this copy protection and why it's so cool. All right. All right, so listing is live. Okay, so here's our listing. Hey, you want to make me an offer? You can make me an offer. White goose down comforter, keyword, there's my image. Nice looking image. Nice professional listing. Now, let's try to right click and search and see where Jacques actually got this item from, even though he said white goose down comforter is soft, luxurious. I think I spelled luxurious wrong. All right, and geared to keep you warm at night. Okay, so I'm left clicking. I can't get anything to highlight. I have copy protection. Oh, that stupid Elister Pro. I can't copy their listing. The only way I can do this is if I go to Google and I type all this stuff in, and then I'm still not guaranteed to find out where Jacques' item is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is copy protection. Copy protection. You can't left click it. You can't highlight it. You can't do anything. So guess what? Move on. Nobody's going to search these items. Doesn't do any good because you don't know where he found them. So that's copy protection. Now, is copy protection cool? Like, if you think copy protection is cool, type in cool for me real quick. Type in cool. And mind you, I got a little bit more to share. Then I'm going to open it up for Q&A, as I always do. But if you think copy protection is cool, type in cool. Totally cool. Totally cool. Now, again, understand that Elister Pro is a tool. Elister Pro is a business. As a business, Elister Pro is designed to generate income. But if we cannot extraordinarily over-deliver on value, what's the point? What is the point? Not just money. It has to be bigger than money. It just has to be. So again, that's copy protection. This is value. See, I wish somebody would go run and tell somebody about copy protection. Like, oh man, man, copy protection, latest thing since, microwave, the hottest thing since microwave popcorn. Copy protection, so cool. I don't have to know HTML. But see, people don't do that. And again, I don't even encourage people to do that. Why? Because I'm very confident in what we have here. I'm very confident in the individuals that we have inside of our community. I'm very confident in my desire to assist people to reach their goals. That's it. Help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. It's very, very simple. And last I checked, we were all pretty much adults, and again, we can speak straightforward to one another. If you have an issue with Jacques T. Morris or Elister Pro, feel free to reach out directly to me. If I stepped on your toes, I apologize. It's nothing personal. It's just business. There's a certain way that we do business. All right. So cool. Everybody said that was cool. Everybody said that was cool. I appreciate it. All right. All right. So, okay. Marketing Elister Pro. This is a biggie right here. Understand this. If you market Elister Pro wrong, guess who the finger gets pointed at? If you spam Facebook groups with Elister Pro, guess who the finger gets pointed at? If you inbox people that you don't have a relationship with and they're not in your downline and you've never really spoken to them before, but you know that they drop ship, they're going to go complain to somebody else. And guess who the finger gets pointed at? Can anybody guess, hold on, let me put it here. When ELP is marketed wrong, guess who the finger is pointed at? Can anybody type in a name? Can anybody type a name in? I see Jacques. I see shirt and tie guy. I see you. Okay, no need to type it anymore. That's correct. The finger gets pointed at me. Now, there's 3 company owners, but guess what? Jacques is the face of the company. He's the one that's kind of out front, the programmer guys, hey, they help out with support, they do their programming. I don't go back there and bother them. I just say, hey, guys, we need this. They make it happen. I don't go back there messing with code because trust me, ladies and gentlemen, if Jacques went back there and tried to code, Elister Pro would not be working. You guys, everybody would have in a support ticket because I'll go back there and tear up some stuff. I've always shown the ability to tear up stuff. I will tear it up. Like, I'll tear it up. So I let those guys do what they're good at. They let me do what I'm good at. I'm good at connecting with people. I'm good at teaching. I'm good at training, or at least some people have told me I'm good. I don't really know, because I've never seen me do it. But anyway, so again, being the face of the company, being out front, when something goes wrong, it's Jacques' people. Like, Jacques doesn't own any people in Elister Pro. Jacques does not have people in Elister Pro. No, he doesn't. But anything negative is coming back to me. But I don't put it out there. I don't complain about it on my Facebook wall. Oh, I'm having such a horrible day, feeling disgusted because all these people are inboxing me and I have to deal with the company owners and all this negativity and all this stuff. I don't do that. I just deal with it like a big boy. And I come out and I come back stronger, better, more determined, more motivated than ever because I know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And in doing so, I know that I'm helping people. So how exactly do we market this thing then, Jacques? Like, man, what are we supposed to do? So I essentially covered how not to market it, which again is don't spam groups. Don't inbox people with spam messages. Hey, have you heard of the new Elister Pro, the copy protection? Check out my link. Bing. Like, hey, why is this person messaging me? At least build a relationship with me. Say, hey, something like that. So let's talk about some ways to market it. Okay, first and foremost, above and beyond anything else, ladies and gentlemen, stories sell. Now, it's not that you have to go out and like market heavily, but it's just the way sales and marketing works. Stories sell. The best way for you to market Elister Pro is to use Elister Pro and produce results and share them. That's the best way to market Elister Pro if you choose to market, if you want to refer other people. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody can tell you what you can and cannot put on your Facebook wall. You have an entire Facebook wall. You have people that look at your Facebook wall. Now, if you're ashamed of marketing Elister Pro on your Facebook wall, again, that's something that you have to resolve within yourself. But again, that's your opportunity. If you've built a downline, or if you've built relationships with individuals, you've helped people out, cool. You can refer them to Elister Pro. That's cool. Totally cool. In the groups, and there's all types of groups, you can find people. But again, I wouldn't advise just spamming the groups with the Elister Pro links. So I don't want to say discreet, but use discretion when you're marketing Elister Pro. Because understand, you have a group of individuals that are saying, oh, Elister Pro is bad. It's going to get your account shut down. Oh, I've heard this about Elister Pro. So-and-so said this, so-and-so said that. Understand that a lot of times in our world, in society, and in life, in order for things and or people to be successful, there is adversity that they have to contend with. So the marketplace, if you will, does not fully understand how Elister Pro operates. So when somebody comes with something negative, just keep it moving. 100% of the people that you share this with, they're not going to take hold to Elister Pro. They don't know what you know. They haven't used it. So understand that that's what you have to deal with, and just keep it moving. So again, just use discretion. That's all I ask. You can make YouTube videos and put them up on Elister Pro. People are searching, like when I show where the majority of people were at before they came to Elister Pro, according to Alexa, and I didn't construct Alexa, it showed that the majority of people were on Google before they came to Elister Pro. So people are out there searching Elister Pro. Create content around Elister Pro. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't done it yet, but that's what I'm going to do. Trust me. I'm going to write blogs on Elister Pro. I'm going to get it ranked on Google. I'm going to get it ranked in YouTube. That's how to market the proper way. The proper way to market in this industry is to attract people. Now, I could get into some more, things as far as mindset and subtleties to market it, but one of the greatest, well, I'm not going to say the greatest, but one of the keys to sales and marketing is to create curiosity. Curiosity. Man, curiosity. Create curiosity. Have people to ask you questions. And then at that time, you have the opportunity to share Elister Pro. It's very simple. Very simple. All right. Now, identifying your target market. I know. I get it. I totally get it. I know who you want to market this to, because you feel like, hey, those, they're already doing drop shipping and they need Elister Pro. I get it. Totally understand. Get this. Go out, market your business, build a team, build a downline, say, hey, here's something that can help you to do this a lot quicker and make your listings look a lot more professional, and potentially, your overall business is going to be a lot more effective. So that's one way. But when I say target market, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the call, 6 million, we gave them another L, 6 million sellers on eBay. Now, obviously, the vast majority of those probably are not drop shippers, but a good bit of them are. And that 6 million is going to grow. To me, that is Elister Pro's target market, or target audience, if you will. Individuals that are looking to get into e-commerce, that are looking to get into making money online. That is a target market. Find a way to communicate a message to your target market. Your target market is those that have a need, want, or desire for what you have to offer. Do you know somebody that wants to save time and make money on eBay? Do you know somebody that wants their listings to look more professional? Do you know somebody that may, want to also refer eLister Pro to some other individuals and generate another stream of income? Need, want, and desire. That is your target audience. So again, just don't go out spamming people, because when you spam, and again, some of you have done phenomenal jobs. Like when we look in the back office and we see like who's referred like a whole bunch of people, some of you have done really, really well. However, at the same time, I have gotten more than a few inbox messages and complaints. So please, it is a lot easier for me to be more productive when I don't have to go around putting out fires. I'm not a firefighter. I'm not. I'm just a guy that wears a shirt and tie. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I'm an online marketer. I'm not a firefighter. So if not for yourself, please, for my sake, please just use discretion in your marketing. All right, so and I'm going to wrap things up here so we can get into some Q&A. Okay, so what happened to Dropship Mogul? As many of you may know or may not know, Dropship Mogul, the tab is still in the back office. Literally had to take it down because individuals felt compelled to go say whatever and whatever. And to be quite honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I would never go out and just overtly or maliciously try to teach elite content in any of my training or whatever. I teach an elite mindset. Like, if you really knew how, well, I guess you guys do know, I don't even use half of the stuff that's in elite. I'm just going to be straightforward with you as far as the suppliers and stuff, but elite is good. It really is. There's a lot to it. I'm not knocking it, but to say that, I'm coming out and trying to purposely teach elite content is kind of like, ah, man, really? That's how somebody feels? So in order to protect the company, eLister Pro, because understand that Dropship Mogul is something separate, but it was integrated. In order to protect eLister Pro, I said, go ahead and take down all of the recordings. Now I got to go through hours of content, and I either have to edit it or I have to redo it. This is me being totally transparent with you, because I'm not trying to violate anybody's terms and conditions. I'm not trying to get anybody in any type of whatever. I don't want anybody feeling a certain type of way. I'm only trying to help people, because I know for a fact that the way that I think and the way that I teach, it resonates with some of you. Some of you, it may not. So because that is such, I choose to come out and share and teach and train, because I want you to benefit. That's the bottom line. So again, the content is still there, just being edited, just being reviewed. It's going to be back up. But the cool stuff that's coming to Dropship Mogul, I'm actually working on this right now, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is more than what you bargained for. 1,000 listings in 10 days. That started today. It officially started today. It has started. It has started. I'm behind. I'm on this webinar, but that's cool. I'll catch up. So 1,000 listings in 10 days. That will be completed. That case study is going to be in Dropship Mogul. I may release the first video on that for everybody to see, but the remaining videos and the days and the results and everything, as far as the percentages, the profits, all of that is going to be in Dropship Mogul. So, again, that's where it's going to be. Okay, keyword spamming, and again, white keywords. There's going to be a special section dedicated to that, because I have seen individuals get email notifications on 2 different fronts from eBay regarding keyword spamming. It's nothing that Jacques has ever taught. I've never taught keyword spamming. I never told people to do it. People have just taken whatever and ran with it and then just started spamming, and eBay will send you a notification to warn you that they're going to take that particular listing down and it needs to be edited, etc., etc. So that's going to be in Dropship Mogul. Also, I'm going to do a special section on customer service. Ladies and gentlemen, I have years up on top of years of different levels of customer service, and I have applied that experience to my eBay business as well as other online businesses that I do, and the bottom line is it just works. I'm going to teach you about the power of language inside of Dropship Mogul. I'm going to teach you about giving people. Now, let me make sure nobody thinks this is elite. I'm not talking about rebates with different suppliers. I'm talking about giving people, your customers, a rebate in order to make them smile. That's what I'm talking about. I have to break these things down, and there has to be clarity because I don't want any more misunderstandings. All right. I'm going to teach you about refunds. Again, this is all taking customer service to the next level. People get so distraught when they have to refund somebody, and the bottom line is it wasn't your money to begin with. So if somebody wants their money back, give them their money back. How do you feel when you go back to a store and you say, I want a refund, and they want to take you through 50 million questions, and they want to act like they don't want to give your money back? You get upset, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Of course you do, because it's your money. So understand, when people ask for their money back, give them their money back. But there's some things that I'm going to teach you to do first before you actually have to get the money back. That's going to be in Dropship Mogul. So all in all, make the customer happy. I'm going to be doing some more live training that's going to go in Dropship Mogul. And the live listing training, all of you will be invited to that. I'm going to teach you how to deal with a below standard account. You see, ladies and gentlemen, over the course of the last 3 months, I've had the opportunity to converse via Facebook and even on the phone in some instances with people, I would say in excess of probably 300 all around the world. I do $100 an hour eBay coaching sessions. I know what happens when an account goes below standard. I know how to help a person get that account back to standard or above standard. Ladies and gentlemen, only thing I'm doing here with Dropship Mogul is I'm listening to people because the issues are the same across the board, and I'm providing solutions. Dropship Mogul is not designed to compete with my primary company. It's not designed to share elite high-level strategies. No, it's a complement. It's going to another level. It's filling in the gaps. So that way, when you see what's inside of Dropship Mogul, there'll be no question. You'll be beyond a shadow of a doubt what it is that you need to do and not do in order to be successful in e-commerce on eBay. So there's some other things that are going to be in there, but ultimately, here's the deal. I'm not going to stop doing what I do as far as content and strategies and things inside of Dropship Mogul and or eBay in general until I reach $10,000 a month in profits. That is going to be shared with you how I did it. There's going to be videos, you know, et cetera, inside of Dropship Mogul. I'm not stopping until I have a $10,000 month. And based on my calculations, that's not going to take me too long, just based on my calculations. But again, I can't guarantee any results. I can't even guarantee my own results. But I can guarantee my own attitude, and I can guarantee my own work ethic. Those two things I can guarantee. So I told everybody about the video contest. And again, if you'll go inside of the community and actually read that particular information and just follow the directions or instructions, if you will, that would be greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. So, man, I know that was a lot, and we're actually getting ready to transition into Q&A. Let me just ask a question real quick. And again, just be honest with me. Just be straightforward, because I'm straightforward and I'm honest with you. Did anybody get either a clearer understanding and or value out of tonight's webinar? And just hold up, because the thing is, I don't normally work on Friday evenings. I just don't. But I felt as though, I had been planning on sharing some of this information, but just because so much was going on behind the scenes, I felt more than compelled to take this time away from my family and come out here and do this webinar this evening. And again, I totally appreciate everybody showing up, and I appreciate, you know, your support. But if you found value, or if you received a clearer understanding over the last, you know, whatever the time period is, type in the word value for me in the chat box. If you could do that for me, I just want to see either a clearer understanding or you got value. Cool. Now, okay, all right, very well. Excellent. Clear understanding and value. Okay, excellent. Excellent. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, and if you've been on my webinars, you know I always do it. I'm going to put a post on my Facebook wall. I'm not going to say eLister Pro. I'm going to say ELP. Again, I'm going to create curiosity. I'm going to say, if you found value or something, I don't even know how I'm going to articulate it, but anyway, I'm going to put a question on my Facebook. Let's go over there now. Let's see here. And please don't inbox me. All right, let me just put the question, because again, if you found value, you know, again, I just want you to comment on this post, because it literally it blows me away how some people can nitpick at the very, very, very little things, you know, when the bottom line is that word value is so powerful, and being able to bring that to this industry, not just here with this company, but overall, I'm like, man, maybe I missed the point or something, or maybe I don't understand, you know, what you're supposed to do in this industry. But anyway, let's see. Let's see how we're going to do this question. Let's see. If you were on the exclusive ELP training webinar tonight and found it to be beneficial, hopefully I'm spelling right, if not benefit, that's not right, is it? All right, benefit, somebody spell beneficial for me. I'm the beneficial. Okay, there we go. That's right, right? Okay. If not, I'll change it later. If you were on the exclusive ELP training webinar tonight and found it to be beneficial, please leave your comments below. So it's not even a question. It's more so of a statement. Let's see. Can I make that a question? If you were on the ELP training webinar tonight and found it to be beneficial, please comment below. All right, that's good enough. Again, you know, it literally amazes me that, you know, people versus coming and reading my wall and finding out exactly what I'm doing, they make assumptions and assertions. But that's that. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm done with it. You're not going to hear me talk about that. I'm just going to move forward. All right. So if you could go comment on my Facebook wall, again, if you found value or if this webinar was beneficial this evening. Now at this time, I'll actually take Q&A. So I'll do Q&A. And Q&A is good because it allows people to ask different questions, maybe on things that I didn't cover, and you know, maybe you were sitting there thinking that, hey, I had that same question. Cool. I'm glad, you know, so-and-so asked that or whatever. So cool. All right. All right. So Luke says, what are the benefits of related keyword search terms at the bottom? You know, really, Luke, when you understand how search engines work, search engines run, you know, they pretty much operate off of keywords. When you go to Google and you want to find something, you type in keywords. When you go to eBay, you want to find something, you type in keywords. When you go to YouTube, you want to find something, you type in keywords. The more keyword rich your description is, potentially the better you will rank in the searches. Potentially. It's not a guarantee. Now, those keywords don't have to be at the bottom. Those keywords can be incorporated into sentences that you write. I personally don't like to construct too many keyword-driven sentences until a listing has proven itself by actually selling or getting a pretty good number of watchers and or viewers on it. So that's it. Again, does it have to be there? Not at all, because I know individuals that don't put related keyword search terms in there, and they've also done very good. And again, it's just another strategy, if you will. It's just another tip or technique. All right. Yes, I would definitely do more than one picture on eBay. Typically, my standard is like 2 to 3 pictures. And, you know, sometimes in the beginning, I would put 5 or 6 pictures. I would, and you may have heard me say it on the training before, I would usually try to one-up who's ever listing I was doing, but now I'm to the point where it's like, hey, I'm going to do minimum 2, maximum probably 3 pictures, and I'm just going to put the listing up. Why? Because the bottom line is only a certain percentage are going to sell. So let me just get to the point. Let me find out which listings are drawing the most interest, and if I see a listing that's drawing interest, then I'll go back and pretty that listing up. You know, put 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 pictures in there. Yeah. Is this being recorded? It should be. It should be. If you're not on my friends list, just simply send me a friend request. I actually had to open up another profile because I'm at 5,000 friends, but I'll go through and I'll delete some. People that don't, you know, connect with me or interact with me, I'll just delete some, and I'll make room for anybody that's not my friend on this webinar to actually be my Facebook friend on my main profile. All right. Okay, so what is the difference? This is an excellent question. What is the difference between keyword spamming and relative keywords? Okay, so eBay was contacted. Relative keywords are keywords that relate to your listing. Keyword spamming is basically overdosing. Like, number one, you use the same main keyword 15, 20 times in your description. That's keyword spamming. Number two, you use a ton, and when I say a ton, I mean like 50, 60 keywords in your description as relevant keywords, and they're not even related to what your listing is. So that's what eBay will warn you on. They will warn you first. They will send you an email. I've seen the email twice, and this is because I had individuals send it over to me so that way I could find out what people were doing. Because somebody will be quick to say, hey, Mr. Pro, you know. So, again, documentation beats conversation. So I hope that cleared that up. All right. Is this being recorded? I hope so, because I definitely can't repeat all this. All right. I use Jing for my images. That's what I use. I use Jing. So I hope that cleared up that question. How is it possible to do 1,000 listings in 10 days? Here's what I'm going to say. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, one can achieve. See, we as individuals will figure out any and every kind of way to make excuses as to why we're not getting a particular result. Me, on the other hand, I choose to find every reason why I should produce a particular result. So essentially, you want to do 1,000 listings in 10 days, you need to average about 100 listings a day. How much time that's going to take? I don't know, but I'm going to document it, and it's going to be inside of dropshipmogul.com. And let me show, because you know, many of you have seen Dropship Mogul in the back office of Elister Pro, but here's Dropship Mogul. Here's the real site. And again, it's not even open to the public yet. There's already content up there and some other things, but that's not even open to the public. Nobody else can see like what's going on behind the scenes there. So that's going to be huge, though. All right. Okay. All right. In one of my previous trainings, a person says I use Google AdWords for this. Okay. All right. So you can use Google AdWords. You can use eBay. You know, let's go over here to eBay. All right. So you can, and typically whenever I do a listing, I like to lead off with keywords that people are typing in eBay. So let's say figure white goose. Okay. Let me see here. Give me just a second. Uh-oh. All right. White goose. See. All right. White goose down comforter queen. White goose down comforter king. See, these are keywords that have been typed into the eBay search bar so much that eBay has calculated these and said, hey, when somebody types in white goose, these are basically what they're looking, this is what they're looking for. So I like to lead with this. When I showed Google AdWords in a previous training, that's for those that want to take their titling to another level. Again, I wouldn't recommend getting much into that until a listing has actually proven itself. Then you can go back and optimize your listing. And what do I mean by optimize? You can add to the description. You can add more pictures. You can really see what the search results are on Google AdWords for certain keywords. But trying to do all that in the beginning when there's only proven statistically a certain percentage of your items that are going to sell, that could be a huge waste of time, in my opinion. All right. Okay, so Is there a way to save your work as you continue to put information into eLister? From what I understand and my use of eLister, it actually saves all of your listings in there. So that way, when you're ready to go, like if that listing sells, you can simply log back into eLister Pro and click on a button, and it takes you right over to Amazon so you can purchase that item. So that's how eLister Pro works. All right. How do I use Jing? I actually show that. I just take, you know, when I use Jing for my images, I take pictures of the pictures, and then when I name them with the various keywords, those pictures belong to me. The signature on those pictures is the signature that I created. Okay. All right. Okay, when you use the best offer function, a customer is not under obligation to pay you immediately. I'll say 95 to 97% of the time when I've used best offer, individuals have either paid immediately or within 48, no longer than 72 hours. Again, I personally don't worry about it. I just relist the item, and if they haven't paid in 4 days, then you can open up a case on them. So that's how that works. All right. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. No, I don't use SpinBot to scramble my description. Here's why. By the time, and again, this is just me. I want you to understand this. I'm not telling anybody don't use SpinBot. But by the time I go over and I spin my description and you know, do that extra little step, by the time I do that with the amount of listings that I do, I feel like I could have done more listings. When a listing sells and I really want to make it really, really unique, I can go in and rewrite my description, you know, just totally make everything unique. That way nobody can find it, you know, even with the copy, even without the copy protection. So again, if somebody uses SpinBot, cool. I personally don't use it, you know, and that's really all I can say to that. I just personally don't use it. Okay, so all right. A person says that they've heard that the image scrambler gives a listing a higher ranking. Is that true? This is what I'm going to say. Before the image scrambler came out, or before there was an image scrambler, how did people get higher rankings? You know, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know if that's proven. I really can't say. I'm a power seller in my primary account. I've consistently made sales since I've really, you know, given my focus here. And so with that said, I'll say a person has to do or use what they feel is best for their business, because we're all independent business owners. All right. Okay, so Dropship Mogul is actually on the standalone site. It's $197, or at least that's what it's going to be. Because see, Dropship Mogul is designed for an audience, like a really, really big audience outside of my primary company and what we have here. I've made it available to anybody that is in my primary company or that works with me personally for like $97. But then in addition to that, because I really, really love the people that I work with, it's available in the back office for $47. But the link is not live now. It will be live and in the very near future, and it's going to remain at like $47 inside of eLister Pro, because understand, eLister Pro and Dropship Mogul, they are independent from any other company. Like, they're not affiliated with eBay, they're not affiliated with any other company. They stand alone. Once we officially launch eLister Pro, then Dropship Mogul will be $97 in the back office of eLister Pro. You know, and again, that's a way of thanking eLister Pro customers, saying, hey, you got eLister Pro, if you want Dropship Mogul, here it is. You know, you can get it for $97. But again, right now it's $47. When it opens up on dropshipmogul.com, it's going to be $197, and it's going to appeal to, you know, an audience way out and beyond here. All right. How do you, after you list the item, or do you do it another way? I don't use any type of listing. All right, let me just say this. I don't track. I like the tracking for me is in my mind. The items I list, they typically have a 30 quantity or better. There's only been, again, I like to break things down in percentages. 98% of the time, I'm spot on. I don't have to worry about things going out of stock, et cetera, et cetera. Have I been caught with things gone out of stock? Yes, of course I have. I've found them at other suppliers, and then I think there was 2 instances where items were literally discontinued, and so I just refunded the customer, but I don't make a habit of refunding. What do you get with Dropship Mobile? It's a ton of additional training. It's just a ton of additional training. Well, let me say this. You get me. You get me. Nah, I'm just joking. All right. Yeah. Again, I already answered that price. All right. Can you put an image in the description part when you're doing your listings? Of course you can. I haven't did any training on that. I do have somebody on my team that actually does that, and they're going to come out very, very soon in the very near future, and we're going to and they're going to do that training, and they're going to show you some other cool things, some ways to manually track your items, and just some real cool stuff. I've already been in discussions with them, and so that's coming too. Yep. How can you use the cropper for your pictures along with Elister Pro? Understand that Elister Pro doesn't have anything to do with your images. You can choose to do your images however you want. Like some people I know, and I think I've showed them it before on one of my trainings. Some people like to use Paint Shop to do their images. So you can use a cropper, you can use Gene, you can use Paint Shop. All I want you to understand is that there's more than one way to do images. That's it. So it's just a matter of what you prefer. Well, what about watermarks? All right, so with a watermark, that can be pretty tricky. And that's why I love Jing, because I can literally copy a portion of the picture that doesn't have the watermark. I actually ran into that issue today. And then even though my picture may not meet the exact specifications, I can use Paint Shop and make my image bigger. Or there's a number of other different programs that you can use online to make your images bigger. But Paint Shop is right on my computer, so yeah. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much that's how I would handle it, or just try to find another image. Do you use a percentage? No. I just when it comes to pricing, ladies and gentlemen, I don't do percentages. I just work in numbers. I just look at a price and I say I want to sell it for this price, and then I want to do best offer for this price. That's how I do it. I don't do percentages. I just personally don't have time to do percentages. I tried all that before, and I found myself hitting buttons on my calculator and losing hair and turning gray, and I was just like, you know what? I'm pretty proficient with numbers. Let me just price this stuff the way I want to price it, and then if people want it, they get it. If they don't, that's cool. All right. Is there a way to save the work as you continue to add more content in eLister before? Well, once you actually create the listing in eLister Pro, it automatically saves your work. You don't have to copy it over to eBay at that particular point. Literally, you could just go in and create a whole bunch of listings inside of eLister Pro and put a whole bunch of images in like a folder, excuse me, and then just go back and upload it all at one time. So, yeah. That particular supplier is not available in eLister Pro yet, Denise. However, it may potentially be coming in the future. Very likely to, but I don't want to guarantee it. No, every time I use Jing, I haven't had any issues. Jing is phenomenal. And understand, I've used Jing since I first came online back in 2011. Using Jing, you can take pictures of things, or you can do short 5-minute videos and upload those to screencasts. See, that's what I learned 3.5 years ago. Somebody came and showed me, and I just thought it was the coolest thing ever, and so I just always used it. All right. Yes, if you already have Dropship Mogul, yeah, you're going to have access once it reopens. And again, it's going to reopen. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. It's going to be badder, and hopefully nobody will go complaining about anything. All right. Yeah. Yep. Okay. I don't know. Beta testing. Well, actually the next beta test, because we're not in beta test right now. Beta test is the next beta test is for those that originally came on board with us before we even opened it up in December. There were individuals that were using eLister Pro for about 6 weeks. They were our original core group of beta testers, and once Premium potentially is ready to go, we're going to let them test it first along with ourselves, and then we'll just kind of see what goes from there. So yeah, right now, again, eLister Pro is not in beta. It's just kind of like pre-launch, because it's up, it's running. And you, ladies and gentlemen, have helped us out tremendously as far as helping us to identify coding errors and things like that. One thing I want to address real quick, sometimes what we notice, because understand, we don't have every type of computer, we don't have every type of browser, et cetera, et cetera. Sometimes some issues are very specific to your computer and your browser. It's just like the way stuff works. So if you have an issue, just let us know, so that way we can basically try to address things for a broader spectrum, or for those that maybe have the same type of operating equipment in the future. Yep. Don't have an official date as far as when that Dropship Mogul link is going to be back in the back office, because I know if I say a date and I don't live up to that date, then people are going to be like, ah, man, you said that. So I'll just say coming soon, coming soon, coming soon, because I have some very extensive work that I have to do on those trainings, or I have to do the trainings over, because again, I'm not trying to have anybody feel as though I'm teaching something, because my mindset is, or my thought process is, why would I encourage my team members to get elite and then come out and teach elite inside of eLister Pro or Dropship Mogul? That just doesn't make any sense. That would be counterproductive to my business. So again, but I have to go through and just make sure that there's no discrepancies. All right. Yes, Dropship Mogul is one time. Yep, one time. All right, thanks for answering everything. You're more than welcome. Wait, do I have to read? No. If you already have Dropship Mogul, you have it. It's just not active right now. We just had to, again, big old fire in the background. Just had to take it down, put the fire out, and say, okay, how can we build this house with bricks? All right. You can actually load your own eBay published pictures in your description. Okay, so there's a tip right there from somebody, from one of our members. You can actually load your own eBay published picture into your description. See, again, that's why I love a community that shares and that gives feedback. Positive feedback. Well, I mean, we take all the feedback, but I'm learning. I'm learning just like everybody else. I'm learning, and I'll continue to learn. All right. What system do you use to figure out how much to price things? I wouldn't say that I just guess, but the reality is the system that I use is inside of the 6 inches between my two ears. I look at a price. So I did this before on a webinar. Let me just give you an example. Okay, let's say an item costs $35, and write this down if you want. You don't have to, but you guys can write this down. If an item costs $35 on Amazon, I'm not going to sell it initially in my price lower than $67. More than likely, though, I'm going to work somewhere between $67, $77, and $97. From a pricing structure, I've just found that those particular, like $87, like that doesn't really work well. But $84.99, that one works. So I like to deal with 7s and 4s. So I would price it $67, $77, or $97. Now, if it's $35, I know from experience that I could sell it for as little as 47 and still make a profit. So therefore, I'm going to have a best offer because I want to see if, somebody really wants it, and if they want to negotiate with me, cool, versus just say, hey, my price is 97, and if you're not paying 97, you can't get it. I'm a negotiator. It's just something, a skill set that I learned from my father when I was really young, and I'm always open to discussion. I am. All right, so 35, gave you that price point. If it's 47 on Amazon, I'm not going to price it any lower than 77. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be 97. If it looks really, really, really good, it may be somewhere around 117. I literally had an item that I found online. It was out of stock online, so I found it here in Atlanta at Lowe's. It was $34.99. I sold it all day long for $117. So again, people will pay whatever price you put on it, but if you don't put the price on it, how will you know what they pay, what they're willing to pay? So let me just give you a few more numbers. So if an item is 97 bucks, I'm going to sell it for a minimum of 147. I'll probably do 177. If it's like 147, 150 bucks on Amazon, I'm going to put it somewhere in the neighborhood of 217 to 247. So again, I make sure that even if prices are adjusted, shipping, taxes, or whatever, or even if somebody wants to negotiate, I'm going to earn a profit. I'm going to earn a profit. All right. So I hope that helps. If I change the look color of my template, will it save so I don't have to do it every time? You know what? That's a good question, Fred, and I don't know. And I don't have a problem with telling you that I don't know because I don't use templates. Again, I'm just not a big template guy. I don't think that template and color saves. I could be wrong. If you would put that suggestion inside of the Facebook group, that's something that the programmers can look into, and possibly something else that they can look into is like having certain settings already set. So that way you don't have to click this box or click that box or unclick this or select this color or select that color. So that's definitely something that we can look into. So just put that suggestion in the box for us, please. All right, Jacques, your webinars are fun. I appreciate it. It's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a ton of work. I've been using Jing for my tech support job. Excellent. Man, Jing is just. I just love it. I've always loved it. No knock against anything else. It's just quicker for me. And I'm all about speed when I'm getting in front of this computer because, like I said, I have a wife. I have 3 kids. I have a number of different Facebook communities, a number of different info products. So I sell on eBay. I sell on Amazon. I'm building a team, in my primary company, trying to learn options, So anywhere I can save time, that's all I'm looking to do. All right. Okay. All right. Yes, there'll always be something to learn. Okay. Tell me again. Okay, so Dropship Mogul, that's $47. It's $47. One-time payment. The link will be back active, and if you look up under the affiliate tab, there's also a video that shows you how to get your Dropship Mogul affiliate link. See, the way it's set up on JVZoo, when you register for Elister Pro as an affiliate, you're automatically registered for an affiliate as Dropship Mogul also. So you're able to earn a 50% commission on both of those products. So again, those links will be back active, but I'm not putting it back active until I'm 100% confident that a person can say whatever they want. And anybody can look at the training, and there's not going to be any discrepancies, because understand that if you search Google and YouTube and this place and that place, there's more than a plethora of information out there. It is, and I've come across some new resources, so I'm going to be doing even more studying because I'm just a student, like this is my business. I'm a student of my business, and I want to learn. So yeah. Isn't there a fee for best offer? No. All right. Okay, so listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I'm glad there's more than 100 of you that are still hanging out because, see, this right here, what I'm about to read to you is literally priceless. Listen to this. And this is Edward. Thank you for sharing this, Edward. Edward says, I had an item that I listed for 3 months that did not sell. I took your advice and raised the price, and it sold. I made $100 profit. I would have never raised the price before I heard your training. See, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I do what I do. I didn't ask Edward to write that. I didn't ask Edward for any money. I didn't ask him to put that on my Facebook wall or anything like that. He just personally came out and shared that, and that's my motivation, to help others. And we all know, again, I'm not going to harp on it, but we all know that negative or bad news travels 100 times faster than good news. And so I'm just asking that the community overall here in Elister Pro, let's just all try to be as positive as possible because, again, we're all trying to reach our own personal goals. And if we help each other and if we stick together, we'll reach them that much quicker. All right. All right. So Maurice said, hey, that's the strategy he uses with all his listings since he learned from me. I appreciate that. Glad I could be of assistance. Okay. So I'll share this. It was going to be done on a training, but, you know, Yolanda volunteered it. So I'll share this with everybody. If you use PhotoBucket to store your images, it gives you the HTML code to copy into your description. So there was a golden nugget that was just thrown out because you stayed on the webinar. And again, I'm going to have someone that's going to come out and teach that in addition to some other things. If I had an item that was $300, see, I know in my mind, okay, if an item is $300, I have to account for $15, $30, $45 minimum in fees. So I'm just going to round my fees and taxes up to $60. I already know that from the jump. So if the item is $300, I'm going to put it somewhere probably around $447, $427. Yeah, you know, like I'm going to mark it up. But depending on what that item is, because here's what I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen. When you start dealing with higher ticket items, the price discrepancy or the profit margin should increase based on perceived value. See, like a lot of this stuff that's online, you don't just see it every day in a little store. Like, for example, during the holiday season, I was selling the little snow globe dolls, the Elsa. Well, everybody and their mama knows that Elsa costs $30. So if I'm trying to sell Elsa for $130, which I was, I'm not gonna lie, they're like, hey, why is he way overpricing that? But then if you come and find like a furniture set or, you know, a dining room set or something like that, you can add like $100, $150, $200, $250 profit. And the only thing a person has to go off of is a picture and the way your listing looks. So the perceived value is there through visualization, what they see. They don't have anything to compare it to. So they pay your price, you cha-ching, and you're happy, doing a happy dance. Okay? All right, so I hope you got that. Okay, so what is the best way to know what percentage of my sales are on eBay so I know how many listings to have to reach my goals? Okay, so keep track of the number of listings that you have up. Keep track of the number of sales that you made in a given month. Divide, let's see here, the number of sales by the number of listings that you have, and that will give you the percentage of listings that sold. For example, let's say you had 100 listings up, and again, this is an easy example. We all could figure this out, but let's just use an example. You have 100 listings up, and 15 of them sell. So what you do is you take 15, which is your number of sales, and you divide it by 100. It gives you 0.15. So again, just in math, what I learned years ago, you just move the decimal over, put your percent sign, it's 15%. 15%. And you know, if you had up 250 listings and only 15 sold, you would take 15 divided by 250, That would be 0.06. That means 6% of your items sold for that particular month. And ladies and gentlemen, even at a 6% sell rate on your items, if you're doing like 10, 15, 20, $30 profit margins, you're still going to be able to reach your income goals. All right. All right, so I hope that was helpful. I don't know how close we are to being able to change and edit the descriptions, but I know the programmers are working on that. How do you get Jing? Go to Google and type in Jing, J-I-N-G. Do a search for it and download it for free. All right. Donice, third cha-ching today. Congratulations. Yes, Jing, eBay allows you to upload PNG and JPG files. Let me see here. Let me go look at this really quick. eBay images. Let me see something here. Excuse me. All right, let me click on. Let's see. What is this? What is this saved? There's a way. I was trying to. Excuse me. All right, so let me see if I move it out here. If I can see what I'm trying to see the source code on this item. Let me see here. Does it show it to me? All right, better yet, let me just do this. Let me just do this. Okay. Yeah, there it is. So yeah, it is saved as a PNG image. So yeah, again, it definitely uploads to eBay without any issues. All right. Okay. Do you ever have an issue of people asking for a refund because your price was too high? I've never had that issue. No, I haven't. I know others have, but I haven't. All right. Oh, wow. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you about David. Okay, so here's this. It's the 16th of the month. Let me share with you David's story because he just typed something in the chat box, and I think this is super important. You're going to learn a lot from this. David is somebody that I personally sponsored. He lives in Florida. Or better yet, I'm going to give you his name, David Davis. Send David a friend request. Let him know, hey, David, I want to be your friend. And I shared David's video on my Facebook wall probably about a week and a half ago. So let me tell you how and where I found Davis, or how me and David connected. Many of you know I do a live prospecting call on Tuesday nights where I teach you how to prospect and call leads in order to build the affiliate side of your business. David was a lead. He had filled out some information on the internet, raised his hand, said he was open to receiving a phone call and learning. I called David on a live prospecting call. I went through the process that I go through on the prospecting call. I gave David the website. He went and did his homework, and about 20, 25 minutes later, he called me while I was still on the live prospecting call. So he was just like, you know, he had a couple questions, and he was like, yeah, I'm getting started. I looked in my email account. He had signed up. Now, mind you, he's done other things in the past, and, you know, it didn't go so well for him. But he said that, you know, when I contacted him, he felt like, hey, this guy sounds pretty genuine, and so I'm going to move forward with this, okay? So David didn't have any experience on eBay. Well, he didn't have any experience in our program, drop shipping. I'll say that because I don't want to say he didn't have any experience on eBay, because I think in my initial conversation, I could be wrong. He may have told me that he had sold on eBay before, but not too much. So again, I don't want to twist the facts. So David started back in December. He's been with us, excuse me, for about a month. He made a testimonial video for me. I didn't ask him to make the testimonial. He just made it. It literally blew me away. It made my tear ducts swell up because, again, I genuinely want to help people. So here's what he just shared. He says, I am almost at $900 in sales this month. It's the 16th of the month. He just started last month. I found him prospecting on the phones. He's a wonderful guy, but that's not the end of the story. I said, David, are you coming to Atlanta to meet me and attend the event? He said, well, you know what? It's probably going to be challenging. I would love to. 2 days later, David says, Jacques, I bought my ticket. Now I'm looking to book my hotel. Later on that evening, he said, I got my ticket and my hotel booked. I'll see you in Atlanta. Can't wait to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do is apply. I'm not going to say apply my training. I'm just going to say apply the training. Take action. Be consistent. Think positive. Don't try to get rich quick. Again, this is a business. We're looking at 6 to 12 months of just market analysis that you should be doing in your business. You got to think a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road when you're making $10,000 and you're like, man, that certain Thai guy, he was crazy, but he really helped me out. Or that so-and-so, whatever you want to call me. But, you got to think long term. But again, I wanted to share David's story because people make all types of excuses. David has a reason. He has a why that he wants to work this business. And that why wakes him up every day and he goes to work. He asks me questions. He takes actions. He's posting ads on Facebook. He's in the Facebook Craigslist co-op group. I'm like, wow. And he's coming to Atlanta. So I just thought I would share his story with you because, again, I just saw where he put it in the chat that he's almost at $900 in sales. And, again, I didn't teach David any super guru strategy or technique. He has availed himself to the same information, the same trainings, the same tools, the same resources. So when I hear people say the other side of the coin, and then I look at individuals like David, I'm like, wow, there's a big difference. And the biggest difference, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to share with you is it's very simple. It's mindset. Get your mind to a better place. Your business, your life, your results, and everything else is going to come there with it. All right. So again, appreciate you sharing that, David. All right. Okay. Robin says, I got it from you too. One of my items earns me 110% net profit now that I raised the price and used the best offer option. Congratulations, Robin. Congratulations. How much do I raise the price when relisting? Again, it's just all in what you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, as far as pricing. Just test. Just test. There's no exact figure, exact amount, or exact percentages that work for anyone. If there was, I would hand it over to you on a silver platter inside of Dropship Mogul. I'm just joking with you. So yeah, just test. Raise it $5, $10, raise it $20. Like, shock people. I love to shock people. Man, something's $30, put it for $150. Why worry about it? If it sells, then you're gonna be like, oh man, this is the greatest thing since sliced cheese. If it doesn't sell, just relist it and lower the price. That's all you gotta do. Click a button. All right. All right. All right. So Ann just shared with us, woohoo, now she knows 26% of her items sell. Now see, that's a better percentage than what I give out. I say, hey, if you're doing 15 to 20% of your items sell, that's like great. Ann said 26%. The highest I've ever heard is 40%. But even if you only do 10%, you'll know what it's going to take to reach your income goals. All right. Okay, so right now I don't think the template will stick when you go to do another listing. Again, if you could just put that suggestion in the Facebook group or submit a ticket or send that email over, because we do monitor the Facebook group and we are open to suggestions. Anything that's going to make your listing experience quicker, more enjoyable, and visually appealing, we're open to doing that for you, because it's not just our product, even though we own the product in the company, but it's our product. It's ours. If it's going to help you reach your goals quicker, to spend more time with your family, we're all for it. We're all for it. Okay. David, you should have some friend requests coming over, buddy. What is David's last name? It is David Davis. It almost looks like the same name twice, like literally. I call him Double D. All right. Cool. Okay, so all right, and then Amisha says that eBay has reports showing what percentage you sold each month. Again, I don't know everything that's in eBay, and when I go in there, I know exactly where I'm going, but I just look at mines, and again, I just do percentages. So yeah, if you search the back office, then you should be able to find those reports. All right, cool. Okay, so when I sell furniture, which, like you said, it ships via freight, you need to change your shipping policy terms and conditions to like 20 business days. So, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. That way, nobody can, nobody can file like a complaint and say that you're late on anything because you have it in your terms and conditions and you set it up in your policies. Because I think I said this last night. You're not going to take furniture and just run it up to the post office or put it in a little package, run it up to the post office, and bada boom, bada bing. So yeah, just make sure that you account for that. Okay, Brian. So with Jing, you're taking a picture of a picture. When you name your picture, the signature is unique to you. Okay? All right. Okay. All right. Very well. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. My wife and kids, I know they're missing me. I would love to continue to hang out with everyone. However, it looks like I've answered all the questions. And again, if you have not already, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it if you went over to my Facebook wall and simply, left a comment. Don't go over there putting your eLister Pro affiliate link. Don't go over there talking about eLister Pro is the greatest thing since sliced cheese. Again, we're going to roll this out. I don't want to say slowly but surely, but we're going to roll it out at a nice pace. And we're going to make sure, or do our best to make sure that, we're doing everything correctly, because when we launch, everybody's going to know that it's launched. And we have a nice little surprise coming when it launches. But anyway, that's for the future. Love you guys too. Love you guys too. So again, I want to thank everyone for your time, your attention. It wasn't the typical there in the beginning. Shirt and tie guy webinar. You probably saw another side of my personality. I don't know, but above and beyond any and everything, I just want people to know that I genuinely care, because I could have easily just went over to Amazon and did my custom, FBA products, and you would have never heard about Jacques T. Morris. Just make my money and just be quiet. I just like helping people, and I'm a very forward-thinking person. So cool. I hope everybody enjoyed tonight's webinar. I'll see you next time. And again, thank you for coming out. I hope it was a ton of value, and I appreciate you. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. So be sure to, hey, if you're having positive results with eLister Pro, be sure to leave that information in the group. Post those testimonials in there. Look at that. Look at those videos, and if you need assistance with your listings or something like that, reach out to some of the ELP community members and or your sponsors, because people are having some really good results, and I want to continue to see that happen. And love everybody. Have fun. I'll see you next time. It's yours truly, Jacques Morris, Atlanta's own shirt and tie guy.